This is Ronnie Nichols, and I haven't made a video in a while, and so I thought I'd combine 2 or 3 things together and make a little short video, show you some of the stuff I use. And the first thing that I'm going to show you is these. Had some people ask me about these little pouches that I have. I learned about all this stuff from Frank Ford, so I know I keep harping about Frank Ford, but can't say too much about him. He's a talented guy. But he gave me the idea of this, and this is a dead blow thing. They used to have a ham shoot around here. These guys bring their shotguns and shoot at a target, and they win a ham and so forth. And they used a number 10 shot, which is a real small shot in these things. And I went down there one day when they were having that ham shoot and asked them if I could have some of those shot, and they said, yeah, go back there and shovel up however you want, many of them you want. So I got a bucket full of them and brought it home, and my wife sold me some blue jean material together, and I made these little things here. I've got some different sizes of them. I've got some of them laying down here that you might be able to see, but they're handy, kind of like an anvil is to a blacksmith. When you're putting frets in a neck, what you've got it laying on is can be important. Some people use these plastic hammers and dead blow hammers and stuff, and I'm sure they're fine, but I'll kind of show you what I do with this. But if you got the right thing to lay this on, it seems to me like it works better. But that shot kind of absorbs some of the impact. Now the second thing I want to show you that I learned from Frank Ford is, I think he asked the question, what's better than a pencil? The answer was half a pencil. So if you're making a pattern off of something or laying out something, a regular pencil will not go right up against the edge of something sometimes. But here's a half a pencil that I've ground out on my disc sander and just flat on just about the middle of it. You got a little point sticking out there. And one thing you can use it for, when you're making a nut for a guitar, you got your frets in here, you lay your nut blank up there, and of course the first thing you'd want to do would be this is just an old junk neck I've got to demonstrate this on, but you'd mark the edges of it. You can use this half a pencil for that, and then you lay that flat pencil down on the frets here, and you can put you a little mark right across there, and that'll follow the curve that you want to follow. You could just leave a little bit or draw you a second line on there, but that works pretty well. Now this half a pencil, let's say we want to make a pattern of this peg head. You could do this on a guitar body or whatever. This is a piece of plastic I use for templates. But you put this straight edge of this pencil up against the edge of that, and you can follow it around there. And make you a more accurate representation of what you're going to do. Now the third thing that I wanted to show you that I learned from Frank is a tool called the proportional dividers. And it's adjustable. You can set one end to a known distance, and you can adjust this thing so that if you got 5 slots like you would on a guitar, or 3 slots like you would on a banjo, I've got this adjusted to 5. We got 5 different spaces that we want to work. Now I've already marked this. This is just an old neck that I'm trying to demonstrate this on. This nut is not shaped or anything, but you can get the idea. You set the outside dimension. You see I've got that on these marks. And if you got it adjusted right, then this will give you 5 spaces that are the same. Now let me mark this. Now that's one way to lay out your slots on a neck when you're making a nut. I know that some of you are going to say, well, Stuart McDonald makes a tool that you can use, and that's right, they do. And I'm sure it works very well. And it's even compensated for the width of the strings. But this is what I've used. It's worked for me. I've seen a lot of these old Gibson guitars and Martins that the spacing was way off on the strings. But this will get you in the ballpark. It's worked good enough for me. Don't comment on that and tell me that there's a better way, because I know there are other ways of doing it. I'm not saying that my way is the only way. But you take this and you mark it like this and put it in I put this nut in a little vise and saw some little slots in it and work with it. And by using the half a pencil, you can kind of have your mark to put the curve in it. So that's the third thing that I learned from Frank Ford. I don't know if any of this information will help you, but if it does, it's worth my while. If it doesn't, sorry I wasted your time.